Everybody doing out there? Peasant Chat, that's right, Peasant Chat coming at you on a Sunday night. A crazy weekend. Literally the craziest weekend I could remember as an adult. In terms of life, never did I think Trump was going to get shot on national television. And with modern camera and technology, you see like 15 shots. Everyone has a cell phone. They supposedly, allowed the shooter to get up on a roof. Like, okay, that blows my mind right there. But we can talk about all that stuff. We can talk car stuff. But honestly, this is the Peasant Chat. You guys steer the show. So some of you are not going to like the way the show is going to go today. But I'm just going to go what the audience wants. If the audience wants to talk about all of the Trump stuff, that's on you. If you want to talk about the Supercharged E-ray making its rounds on Facebook, we could do that too. That's right. There's a supercharged, I think it's a Magnuson supercharger. I'm not sure. All I see is clips of this thing just taking off in silent drive. Then the motor kicking on, and they've showed clips of them just launching it, and it seems to be doing phenomenal. So that's something to look at. Also, and again, I know you guys are probably going to go, why is Alex talking so much about Corvettes? Simple. Chevy is, let's say, has the eye of the tuning community because it is tunable. If you are a shop and you intend on staying up on the latest and greatest stuff, and you are not including Corvettes in your, you're not offering Corvette tuning, you're not offering Corvette packages, I'm telling you, you're going to lose out on a big market share. Yes, many shops, like on Mustangs, right? Many shops fuck with Mustangs, but that doesn't mean that because many do that you shouldn't. You have customers and clientele that might want to fuck with the C8 stuff. And the E-ray to me has been the one that I want the most. A supercharged, let's say 8 to 900 all-wheel drive. This thing is going to be hybrid. It's going to be comfortable. You could daily drive the thing. It's kind of big and kind of on the heavy side. But the fact that you have hybrid technology, tunable, supercharged, I think is a good look. Sissio Performance is good with ETS kits, is going after the turbocharged market, and the tuning seems to be getting better and better and better. There are supercharged Z06 C8 variants out there, and Throttle House released a video of a Z06 going quicker around their course than a GT3 RS. I repeat, a Z06, an American Z06 at about $150,000, which is big money, but it is not $300,000 Porsche GT3 RS price tags. We could talk about all that, but not before Mr. Bill O'Reilly says hello to the people here.
Okay. We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
I always cut off the sucks. DNA High Performance, DNAHighPerformance.com. Get all of your parts there. Show sponsor, DNA High Performance. Thank you very much for being the show sponsor, paying your bill on time, and providing discounted parts for the members of the AMRI. Caliber Transmission, CaliberTransmission.com. The ZR1's transmission is phenomenal. The clutch, the RPS clutch I brought from LMP of MP is also phenomenal. So thank you to both Caliber Transmission and LMP of MD. PMAS, and PMAS, best cold air shit on the planet. I'm going to be giving away cold air on Tuesday, so tune in for that. Going to give away cold air or whatever the hell you want from PMAS, Nick James, PMAS, PartsFrom.com, the best place to get used parts, crank balance, interiors, wheels, tires, mufflers, balances, trunks, shells. Go there, check them out for late model parts. MFP of Australia, MFP, Main Force Performance, 2 Auto Solutions, Rummies and Toro Solutions, getting back after rebuilding some stuff over there in Puerto Rico. And Bellac introducing a new wheel to their lineup for the drug dealers that want to be up on game, letting all the other drug dealers know that they have the latest and greatest Bellac wheels. Let's say hi to the people here, and we'll talk about whatever you guys want to talk about, because it is the Peasant Chat. We got Nick, Monty 540, D-Rock. Oh, shit, this did not work. Come on, pendejo, que tú haces? Get your shit together, bro. Nick, Monty 540, D-Rock, Fox, B, Leves, Joe Swish, one of our RTR, Clean, Leon Phelps, Douche, Cody Jones, the Wolf, Valley 10 Speed. What's up, Valley 10 Speed? Your car's looking good. You should just keep that sucker. Don't twin turbo. Just run the ESS kit till you can't. And if you want to build the twin turbo something, get something light. Don't start with a Fox. Don't start with a S550. Start with a Fox body. Razy, Slow 99, Dixon, Leadfoot, Daniel Green, Coyote Kelly, Clint Stroke, Anthony, Paul Ponthieu. Actually buy a Fox body that's already done and just shove a Coyote in it. Paul Ponthieu again, Gaio Bravo, Matt Benoit, Sol, Yusuf, Jamie Easton, Ken Phillips, Harley Gonzalez, the Resident Pork Chop, Jared, Victor, Sean King, El Verga Larga, Daniel Green, DeJaco Bell, Gregory Upvich, TJ Sikorsky, Sam Rollins, 2Js and 5Os, Hater Powered EPA in the house, Maniac, Nick Nair, Peter Chow, Rican Tango, Candice Lupus, Maniac, Michael, Kanya Sara, Mr. Diggs, Ahmed Al Haribi, Hater Powered Turbo, Dina High Performance in the house, Big L, Bryson Witt, Hellcats, Kylan, Joseph, Jasso, OEM, Douche Did It, and everyone else. So I was driving the Corvette for an hour yesterday, the ZR1. I finally got it back from Ben Calmer. Shout out to Ben Calmer. He did a phenomenal job. It's so weird to do a 1-2 in the thing because for months I was skipping second altogether or just launching in second when I came to a stop. So the 1-2 feels so good. You can go 65 miles an hour in first gear in that thing. And the tune is awesome. We got a couple of issues to fix up. I already talked to Alec Bledsoe. Just little quirks to tip in and some other stuff that we can figure out. But he's going to check it out. Going to do some remote tuning because he knows the layout of the tune. I'm not going to go in there and start poking at things that I don't understand because I don't know the layout. I know the previous tune that I had. That one doesn't have flex logic in it. So I'll let him... that's what you should do. I know just because I can tune does not mean I should on a platform that I'm not super familiar with. So I'll have Alec Bledsoe look everything over, log in, and go from there. Then I come home, and all of a sudden someone says, hey, Trump got shot. I go, get the fuck out of here, right? Sure enough, I come home, and I got home like the moment he got shot. The moment he got shot, I come home. And then you see all the video come out. You see all the stuff come out. And then the memes. The memes are great. Like the Matrix meme, the Neo meme, the 50 Cent Many Men meme. Great stuff because that's what the internet is good for. But of course, what you're going to start looking at is the failure of the CIA not to be able to secure the Secret Service to secure the perimeter up to a couple hundred yards and working with law enforcement. Like I was blown away that there was someone on top of the nearest building that had a clear shot, and they didn't shoot him down until he shot. Like they were looking at the dude, according to everything I see. The two snipers from the Secret Service were looking at the dude like they had their shit on him. And only after he shot, when Trump grabbed his ear and went down, and he turned his head at the last second, not he'd be splatted, they shot him dead. So I'm like, wait a minute, the moment he goes up on a roof, he gets shot dead. Like, I'm blown away that allowed it to happen. But I did go to Twitter because Twitter is the place where news happen instantly. So if you want to be on the up and up, Twitter is the place, or x.com. One thing I did notice after watching all of the video is, and I'm going to say something that's going to offend some people, but I don't care. No women should be in the Secret Service. No women should be in the Secret Service. And I'm going to show you why. Benny Johnson put up a video clip of what... Now, if you saw the video happen live, you saw that the woman was like, what do we do? She was all over the place. She was more concerned about putting her glasses on and off than protecting the president. Like, she seemed lost. But I guess there's a video far away of Trump being put into the SUV, and these three women are just running around, not really doing anything. And again, I'm not a misogynist. There are certain jobs that men just do better. And one of them, it's protecting dudes. It's, okay, I'm not that big of a guy. 5'11", 220. Okay. I don't know any woman on planet Earth, maybe there's 2 or 3, that can stop me from doing whatever the fuck I want anywhere. Oh, Alec, what about Ronda Rousey? Shut the fuck up. like a lot of you guys gonna say some dumb shit, some boxer or some jiu-jitsu chick. If I want to get at somebody and she's between me and that somebody, the chances of me getting through her are very high. Let's just say that. So check out this video that Benny Johnson put out on Twitter that made me go, I'm sorry. Not a misogynist. Love ladies. They're great. Love women. But look at these 3 women running around like chickens with their heads cut off. You know which they are. They're the 3, 1, 2, and there's another one by the van or by the SUV. The men are like jumping in. Look at the men. The men are like, come on in, get in, president. Bam, boom, close the door. These like, I can't holster my weapon. I'm going to put my glasses on. I don't know what to do. I'm going to turn around. Look at this guy flipping off the camera. Look at it. Lost. What are we doing? Yeah, no. So the only reason I wanted to cover this is because it is a historic event. Okay, you knew where you were the moment you heard President Trump got shot. So there are certain things that these women just should not do. Sorry, they just should not do, and that is one of them. Like female officers. like no. So that's one of the big things that I saw during the coverage. But then, of course, there's been streamers and commentators that have said he shouldn't have. They're saying make aiming great again. Like they're saying MAGA, like make aiming great again. And, you know, they're just hating on the fact that he lived. And these are the same people that were saying this guy's Hitler, this guy's a threat to democracy, this guy's a threat to our nation, this guy's a threat to black people, brown people, all this stuff. All of a sudden they're like, oh, we need to take the temperature down a little bit. We need to not talk some shit. Yeah, shut the fuck up. Fuck you. Everyone that has said this guy's Hitler, this guy should, they literally advocated for his death on many posts. And I remember, I laughed that these people that were saying he was a existential, whatever, threat to democracy are now like, whoa, we should calm down. We don't like the fact that this is happening. Fuck you. All of them can suck a dick. Every single commentator that was now trying to be nice, you'll see them try to circle back and be like, well, we shouldn't be doing this. We should unite the nation. Unite the nation. Suck my dick. It is now more divided than ever because it's them against us. That's just how it is. You shoot at one of our guys, it's going to be bad. Now, retribution hopefully doesn't happen. Hopefully everyone just kind of like, cool, we're just going to vote him in to piss everybody off because that's probably what's the best thing that can happen is vote him in. And if he doesn't win by a fucking landslide, I'm saying 60% of the vote or more, which blows my mind that there are 40% of the voting public that are willing to vote for a weekend at Bernie's fucking dead man. Like this guy's literally has Parkinson's, advanced dementia. Like he is gone. 40% will still vote for him. I'm blown away by that. So the fact that they're trying to kill the dude kind of lends itself to a lot of conspiracy theories. Now people are linking everything that is happening to MK Ultra. They're saying that the 20-year-old kid that supposedly shot Donald Trump was in a BlackRock video. So if you go to, all of the conspiracy theories are going to come out. So that's something that I probably didn't want to have to talk about today, but it is news. It is, you'll never forget it. I remember when President Reagan was shot by a guy that was trying to impress the woman from Contact. What is the actress's name that did Contact? Jodie Foster. Jodie Foster. He thought that by killing the president, Reagan, Hinckley, I think his name is, that because he was like infatuated with Jodie Foster, a very young Jodie Foster, he thought she was going to fall in love with him and she's going to be impressed by what he did. So yeah, there's some psychos out there, and there's going to be even crazier people that were waiting. They were wishing somebody would, and now they might pop off. I hope not. I hope it doesn't become some crazy shit, but I wouldn't be surprised. So let's talk about the Throttle House video real quick. Again, I'm gonna go through subject matters, and then after that, you guys can talk about what you want to talk about. You guys lead the show. So a Z06, and the reason I'm talking about a C8 Z06 is because they're making waves. The C8 Z06 and the E-ray are now so newsworthy, it's not even funny, to the point where this thing around Throttle House's track was quicker than the following vehicles: GT3 RS, BAC Mono, Viper ACR, 911 GT3, Corvette ZR1, M4 CSL, AMG GT63, M5 Dork Horse, and I'll stop there. Because after that, it's if a Dork Horse can beat you, then you shouldn't really be talked about. But the Corvette Z06 around Throttle House's track is quicker than a Viper, ACR, the Billy Badass one. So that means I can buy a Z06 right now that performs around a short course better than a ACR Viper. And the fact that the ZL1 1LE is and the Dork Horse is around there blows my mind. But 106.56 and a GT3 RS 106.67 and a Viper 107.55. So I'm going to try to go back to the lap and see what it looks like and see if it's worthy to talk about, because I have not seen this video. Again, Throttle House, I'm trying to support, so just don't be copywriting. Come on. I want to see the lap.
All right, let's take a look at the fastest lap of the 3 in the Lotus first. As I mentioned...
Shut the fuck up, Lotus. Where is the Z... Let me see, I'm trying to look for... There we go. That looked like a Corvette steering wheel.
This is a totally different beast. The levels of grip in both the high speed and low speed corners, thanks to Aero and the Cup 2Rs, was mind-boggling. And I really loved the handling balance. It was so easy to adjust the attitude of it mid-corner, and you never have to struggle to get to an apex. It's also extremely fun to drive. It requires you to just give these little dabs of opposite lock to keep the rear where you want it, and with all the systems turned off, it's one of the best and most rewarding cars I have ever driven. And of course, that engine is absolutely perfect, as is the transmission. Honestly, I don't think I can find any fault in the way this car drives. Let's watch the rest of the lap.
Yes, please. Boy, 8,000 RPMs is nice. Dude, the thing that blows me away is the turn-in. Like, one of the biggest issues most S150 Mustangs have is the turn-in, because it plows, and then when it grips, it tends to unsettle the rear. You know what I mean? If you've ever road raced or aggressively driven an S550 Mustang, even with suspension modifications and good tires, the turn in plows, then it grips, then it unsettles the rear. Actually, it's in 4K, so let me lower this because on the replay, I've noticed that it's super choppy. Boy, you know, one thing you don't hear is the tires squealing.
Okay,
so understand this, guys. If Alex wanted to go road racing and he could afford a Viper, he wouldn't buy a Viper to go road racing. He'd buy a Corvette. Now, would he buy a Z06? Probably not, because I'm not a big fan of the first model year of any motor. First model year of any motor typically lends itself to issues. So with the 5.5 liter high revving flat plane crank build, there have been some failures, but hey, GT350 motors have had a lot of failures also. So you got to take that with a grain of salt, but it's not something I want. Now, what would I want more than anything? Something that's decent with a dig situation. And that's where the E-ray comes in my opinion. And there's been this video circling around Facebook of an E-ray launching Supercharged, making a whole bunch of good noises. Here it is. Yeah, give me that. Give me a light-to-light situation where something can go low 10s, high 9s on the street and have 800 or 900 horsepower and handle decently. Like, be decent around turns. That could be a perfect triathlete. All-wheel drive, hybrid, supercharged, CA Corvette that can stop, launch, and turn. Again, turn down, I think that shouldn't be that much of an issue. So I think the Corvettes need a little respect on their name, because number one, out of all of the American vehicles that are making noise, only one of them has a tunable V8. Tunable meaning by people like layman's, anybody. And that's the Corvette. And you could say it's gay all you want, but you can right now buy a base Corvette, a Stingray, a E-ray, a Z06, and a ZR1 coming soon. 7 or fucking 8 different variants. The ZR1's not tunable yet, but boy, twin turbo 5.5 liter, I think, twin turbo 5.5 liter flat plane crank, it's going to be pretty serious. So we'll see what that comes to be, what kind of power it puts out, what kind of numbers it produces at tracks, and we'll just go from there. But it's looking bright for Corvette. And if you are a business in the late model GM tuning game and you're just closing your eyes to Corvette, in my opinion, if you don't have a development program for a C8, I think you're missing out on a massive clientele. Yes, I know Sissio. Yes, I know other Pikes Performance. I know all these people that are doing it. That doesn't mean you shouldn't. You have customers that are loyal to your shop. And if they just happen to have a C8, they don't want to go somewhere else. They want to go to your shop. So please do yourselves a favor. If you're a GM-based tuning shop, get into the C8 stuff. I know you might think it's gay as stuff, but it's going to be a moneymaker for the foreseeable future, and it is something you can do right now. And finally, the video I released this morning, the Donnie, the S197 got Magnaflow, got Cooks Catback, $400 Catback. Facebook Marketplace. Tyler, laid out 50, got me it. He said, give me the money. I know a guy. I put it in. It fit wonderfully. I got to adjust the tips a little bit because Cooks had these weird tips that are flared out in a weird way that I have to center. But I'm telling you, it sounded great. And I did a draggy hit. And I didn't notice, but it did a personal best in the 8th. Went to 799 in the 8th. 60 to 130s in the high 10. So it's not that great of a roll car. But it was hot as fuck today. Once the weather cools down, that's an 11-second car. Now we need a converter. After a converter, we'll do rate reduction. Seat, wheels, tires, and then supercharger, late summer, early fall, so we can get after it. Let's talk about it and get after it. What do you guys want to talk about? You're going to run the show here. There are no paid chats as far as I can tell, so I'm just going to go start at the bottom and go from there. Someone said Hinckley is out of prison. Yes, he had an interview talking about the whole Jodie Foster and the attempted assassination of the president. He actually got him in the stomach. I think he got the president in the stomach. He was at the hospital. Trump literally was looking to the right a little bit. And the moment the bullet, let's say it was here, he just happened to turn a little bit and it grazed his ear. And then he ducked down like it was perfect timing. And if he would have just stayed looking at that 45-degree angle, there would have been brains all over the place. The 3RS got abused on the Laguna Seca circuit by that speed phenom kid and his McLaren. GT3 RS is more expensive, so don't go there. Don't know what he's talking about. Little late joining, but glad to be here. Thank you, Hard Hat. High dollar cars in Peasant Chat. I get it. But what do you want to talk about? Fox bodies all day? This is what's happening right now. And the Goodwood Festival of Speed, the quickest thing was a fucking Ford van out of all things. An electric one. So that's a fucking dud because it's not a production vehicle. It's something Ford said, we can build badass stuff, but we're not going to give it to nobody. This thing is stupid fast.
Dumas, who twice before has been the top man here in the hill climb. Can he take a third win of the hill climb shootout? He's got to keep it tidy. He's got to use all of that speed and power. It was a good getaway. 4.4 seconds. It's going well.
Yeah, it's going very well. It flies through, kicks up all the dust. He uses all the amount of road. This is going to be so close. They are neck and neck, Ben.
Wow, this is going to be tight. Can he do it? Can he beat Scott's speed? Is it going to be the Ford Superman, or will it be the Subaru that has taken the victory? Roman Dumas doing everything to try and get across the line. A fraction faster. Over the line he goes, and it's
like stupid fast. But you know what? Ford's never going to give you that technology. They're giving you GTDs you can't afford. They're giving you dark horses, GTs, and Shelbys you can't tune. So at the end of the day, unless I can't tune it or adjust it or make it part of my hobby, because the hobby is adjusting, manipulating, modifying street cars. So if you've killed the hobby by making the car not tunable for 2 years, no one's going to buy it and wait. And if they are, they're going to get left in the dust by stuff that was tunable at the same time. So if you're sitting on your S650 and hoping that tuning comes out, or you're just going to sit there and wait on Whipple and Roush to fuck with your shit, and you're more like, let's say, a turbo guy. Let's say you're a centrifugal guy. Let's say you're a pro charger guy. You're waiting for ESS to do something. Can't do shit on this car. So if you want to go fast now and you can swing it, there are many other platforms to choose from. Z06, Z07 is badass. Trust me, I love mine. It's intoxicating. Hey, Alex, can you explain the science behind getting a converter? Look, I love you. If you don't understand a converter and what it go on Google, and I'm not saying this to be an asshole, Tonka. Go on the internet and find out, type in why a stall converter is beneficial for drag racing. That science carries across all platforms. I'm not going to sit here and try it with my limited technical verbiage to tell you why it's beneficial. I'd rather you understand what happens mechanically through visual representation on YouTube than from me explaining it. The tranny table lift was badass. Having the right tools for a job makes a huge difference. They have no business building and campaigning a vehicle like that with a current Mustang Mach-E. And did you see, if you're an Australian guy or a Mercury Capri fan, Ford spit in your face last week. Ford went, right in your face. And they're like, oh, you like the Capri? We're bringing it back. It's a fucking stupid ass SUV. Look at this. It's a full electric SUV. Aren't you excited? Aren't you? What the fuck? Aren't you so excited to see this? Wow. Remember the days of the Capri? I can't wait to see it back. Imagine you're an Australian fella. Let me see. Ford Capri. Oh my God, that's even worse. Images. The old ones. Yeah, this was a Capri back in the day. Ford Capris have this in Australia. They have their niche group that love them, and what they would do is just build them. And this was, you know, one of the better cool cars to build up back in Australia. And you know, cool car, and then it became this hunk of shit, right? But now it's a freaking EV. It went from this Ford to this. Like, it's over. But now we're talking United States people. The Mercury Capri was a Fox body. It's basically a Mustang, reskinned, rebadged, whatever. So the Mercury Capri, for people that don't know, is a Fox body. But it had fender flares and a bubble hatchback. And that was like except 79 to 81, if I'm not mistaken. But after that, they had a bubble hatchback like this. They came with some of these metric 14 millimeter, whatever the hell wheels, or what, I forget the size of the wheels. But the Mercury Capri, it was like the low buck GT. They made less of them. They're rare. They're all 4i. None of them are aero. They're all 4i. They stopped making them in 1986. And you can get yourself a McLaren. You can get yourself a Crimson Cat. You can get yourself an RS. This is an RS with the front. And they had a Billy Badass hood at one point. They made, I don't know, different variants of the Mercury Capri. They even made turbo 4-cylinder versions. And I had one with that hood. And no, I had one with this hood. The RS hood and valance. This was such a cool car. So remember, it went from this to a EV, and Ford just basically taking names, spitting in your face, and saying take it, because all the cool names of cool cars of yesteryear are now stupid gay SUVs. And Dodge is doing it too with the Hornet. A Hornet. I heard Whipple wants to keep all the R650 customers in a closet. Guess Ford didn't learn their lesson with the EVs. No name plate has been disrespected more than the Capri. From small muscle car to a front-wheel drive Miata competitor to an EV SUV. Don't forget the little two-door convertible. Showed it. Nardi Mikado says, the world we live in is a gay-ass Capri, and women protecting their sunglasses when protecting the president, we're doomed. What torque? Stop talking about torque converters. And stop asking me about torque converters. You talk to the company that is gonna provide your torque converter. So if it's Circle D, you call Circle D and you say, I have a centrifugal on a 9 PSI. What do you recommend? And I hope they say, what do you want to do? As an Australian, says Guy, the Capri name is already tainted. Went from cool to hairdresser to toaster. That's like Ford Everest USA has been getting shit on with vehicle assets. Those Mercuries are worth money. No, they're not. To this day, them shits ain't worth nothing. If you have a 86 Mercury Capri RS T-top, it's less than a notchback. It's like 86 notchback 5-liter factory delete car. No AC, crank windows, V8. That thing is worth $4,000 more than a comparably equipped, or even a fully equipped 86 Mercury Capri mint. They're just shit. I was at All Motor Fox Fest this weekend. Good for you. Sublime GT says, I was at City Fox Fest this weekend. Good for you. And then he says, a lot of nice Capris there. The small convertible. The Hornet was a Hudson. What was it? It wasn't a Hornet. Was it a, what was the car that, no. Hornet They didn't Dodge introduce a Hornet? And it's a fucking electric SUV? Yes. They fucking Dodge did the same thing. They made a Dodge Hornet SUV. It's like what are we doing? A piece of shit, dumb, stupid SUV. Like Dodge is done, right? Dodge went from having Hellcats and Trackhawks to nothing. Like nothing. Pretty amazing. My Capri is sadly sitting in the building waiting to be worked on again. Picked up a Gen 2 2.3 for my Gen 2 truck Coyote swap due to your influence. Thanks, Alex. Can't wait. Thanks, says Ray is built. I am still in the market for a 2.3 Roush blower. I haven't heard anything from anybody. So the GT500 is more than likely going to get the low compression Illuminator with cams, the 4.5 liter Whipple with MFP manifold, and Donnie is going to get a 2.3 Roush blower with a PMAS 120. Probably start with 55s, pump gas, see how quick we can go. I think we can go 1080s, 1070s easily, and in the cooler weather, 1030s, 1020s. But if I want to go in the 9s, I think I'm going to need race gas and 1000cc injectors just to make sure everything's happy. I already have a fuel system ready to go. So it's just a matter of boost and fuel. So I don't think I'm going to go that far with the Gen 1 motor. I think the goals with the Gen 1 motor that's currently in it is 9s. Go 9.9, 9.8, be done with it. Take it out while it's still running. Sell it while it's still running to some swap guy for $4,000 or $3,000. Either take the 321 motor out of the Fairmont, put VCT back in it, shove it in Donnie, and then get after it and try to go 9.1, 9.0. I don't think that car's going to go H with a Roush 2.3. It might need a lot of help. It might need porting help. It might need a big overdrive. It might need cams. It might need a whole bunch of stuff. But I'm willing to do it. The Demon also used to be shitty car in the Dodge in the 70s. Dodge introduced the Hornet, which rebadged Alpha. The worst thing that happened to Dodge was the Europeans buying controlling stake. Europe ruins everything fun. A complete Capri isn't worth much, not then a Mustang. A complete Capri isn't worth much, not then a Mustang. Buy the parts, but the parts are worth it to me. I have people bugging to buy my Capri fenders for $400 to $500. I bought my spare Mustang fenders for $15 each. Okay. Need to bring cool stuff back like the Celine XP8. Nobody cares. Roadkill Nights going to be interesting this year. You're talking about a company that thought about replacing the Mustang with a car called the Probe. And he is right about that. If you look at the Probe GT was actually one of these cars that people, when it came out, was kind of cool because of the overhead cam stuff, but it was front wheel drive. So the Ford Mustang was going to go away after 1993 until Coletti came in and said, no. We're going to work on a V8, rear-wheel drive Mustang. But Ford was going to swap it for this. This was going to be the Ford Mustang replacement. Mustang was going to die. And it was the Ford Probe GT. I think it had a overhead cam V6 engine. Oh, my Lord. Wait, what? Is that a 6 or an 8? Okay, 6. Geez, I'm looking at this up here. So, the 24 valve or some shit? Dual overhead cam situation, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. 4.4 GT engine. A 2.5 Mazda K engine. 24 valve V6. Wow. How much horsepower did it have? 145 horsepower. I think it ended up like 180. Like in the late 90s or whenever the hell they stopped making it. But yeah, they were gonna do away with the Mustang altogether. Quick history. Hudson Car Company merged with American Motors. American Motors bought Chrysler Corp by Chrysler Corp. When it was Chrysler Corp, by proxy, Hornet is a Stellantis nameplate. My dad actually picked up a Roush 2.3 for his Gen 2 Fox body swap. It came off of a Gen 1. Does he only have to change the IAT breakout harness to make it work on a Gen 2? Yes. That's all he has to do. Get a VMP or whatever IET breakout harness. Now that makes your inlet air temperature your blower temperature. So forget air charge temp, forget IAT2 in your data logs. ACT, air charge temp, is the blower temperature. Alex influenced the supercharger purchase decision, but wait, this channel's not influential. Are you listening, Roush? Look, I don't think Roush is run by... Isn't it interesting that they're going to announce the Roush RS3, the Roush blower on a Tuesday? Supposedly, on the 16th of this month, they're going to announce Roush, all the details of their 2.6 liter Odin basically blower with a Roush lid and 2 throttle bodies for the 24 GT. Very smart of them. I'll have something to talk about. I'm hoping it makes 710 rear wheel horsepower, which is what it should make. And I'm hoping it makes 630 pound-feet of torque. I'm hoping it makes it at the rear wheel. And I'm hoping they already ran it at the track. And I'm hoping it already ran 10s on pump gas. Actual pump gas with catalytic converters. DJ Luck says, I was watching one of your lives from years ago, and I can't believe you said people were putting tunes in without putting the mods in. So there's a, I think there's a chunk of people that believe that the tune has to be put in first, then data logs, then the parts. Because in their mind, because they don't know, they go, don't you want to know if the tune's running right? Okay, well, let's talk to those people. Let's say you're ordering a tune for the following parts. ID 1050Xs, PMAS 120, 18 manifold without IMRC, but you don't install it. So now your MAF curve is, wow, 50% richer. Your injector pulse is a lot narrower because we think you have a bigger injector in there. So if you have a small stock injector, like a 30-pound or 24-pound injector in there, I think it's a 30 or 20, who the fuck knows? Not here to know what stock parts are. And you were pulsing it as if it was a 1050X, barely any fuel is going to come out because the tune is expecting a bigger injector to be there. So now you have a MAF curve that's hammered. You have an injector that's barely pulsing. Oh, and your IMRCs are off. So now you install it with the thought process is, well, they're going to want to see how the tune's running, right? Now the car doesn't even start. Injectors aren't pulsing enough. The MAF curve is jacked up. So it's showing a weird air load. The car's just acting funny. And then you send it a data log. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And you're like, well, this is the tune you sent me. Well, do you have any air leaks? No, it's stock. What do you mean it's stock? Your order said 1050Xs, PMAS 18 without IMRC. That's the tune I sent. Well, don't you want to see how the tune is doing before I put the mods on? No, we do not. We assume your car is in perfect operating condition. And if the thought process is, my car's running like shit, let me get it tuned elsewhere, stop. Stop. That's the wrong thought process. You have to make sure your car is mechanically sound first. So if you have a bone stock car, and it's running badly, and you get it tuned, and it's still running badly, and then you say, well, let Lund tune it, and it's still running badly, something's wrong with your car. It's not the tuning. It didn't lose the tune. The tune didn't get erased because the battery was out of it for a week. No, that's not how it works. The programming stays on that computer. So please, stop the thought process of, I'm not going to install the mods, but I am going to flash the tune and send a data log in to ensure that the tune is running well before I put the mods in. Forget that thought process. For the free knowledge, Ray is built. Thank you so much. Appreciate you very much. Patreon is active tonight. Let's go to the Patreon page and see what's going on because the whole Trump stuff was interesting, but I'm glad that you guys are still on the car stuff. I appreciate that very much because look, you can get all the Trump stuff from many of the news stations, but again, I'm always gonna do what you guys want. It is the peasant chat. So I want to make sure that everyone is good here. Wow, there we go. What's happening here? This is the during show chat. Cody Jones, Cody Lewis, Jason, Nick Nair, and someone said this is the first Simpsons prediction fail. Oh, gotcha. And then everyone's posting up all of the memes and stuff that's going on with Trump. 50 Cent is out there doing. 50 Cent is so fat. Dude. Ozempic. I don't know what you got to do. Some Ozempic's got to get in there, bro. Like, come on, man. Oh, my God. Hater Power with the Mustang 2. And Hater Powered a couple of times. Nick Nair. And they're in there talking some shit. So it's a good time in there. If you're a Patreon member, I'll check in periodically on the during show chat to make sure you guys are represented well also. Who said it was a probe? Laughing my ass off. You can't explain to people that the wheel has already been created for the mods they are adding. Well, the problem is the internet. Tuners and salespeople will straight lie to you and say, let's just say this. Let's say your competition is Lund on the tuning side of things. Of course you're going to say they suck. Of course you're going to say they're better. Of course you're going to say you can tune, you're better. Of course you're going to say your tunes are better. Of course you're going to say the tunes are cookie cutter, copy paste. And then when you see their body of work, like what is your resume? What is your body of work? What have you put out there in terms of tuning and customer satisfaction that allows the people to vet that you're good or not? Others just sell parts, and they will push an agenda depending on what part has the best margin, what part they want to push the most, what they can package together to get after it, and then what tuner they work with to, let's just say, supply the parts. Now, there are people out there that will literally say, we've given London $1 million. Okay, what the fuck do we owe you? You paid for a service, services was rendered. If I spend in the course of 20 years eating at McDonald's $50,000, they don't owe me shit, because every time I've gone in there and I paid them, they've given me something that I wanted. And it's a transactional thing, not emotional. It's nothing like that. So on the internet, you're going to hear so much mis and disinformation about tuning that you don't know how to put your head on straight. And every year there's a new crop of guys, a new wave of customer that comes into the platform and has to, do you know that there are people right now that are amazed that my Gen 1 Mustang is running what it's running? This was all done 10 years ago. But again, most of you, let's say you're 23 right now. 10 years ago, you were 13 years old. You were shitting your pants. You weren't worrying about Mustangs. You weren't doing anything. Or you were 10 years old, now you're 20. And you're saying, wait a minute, I thought Gen 3s were the shit. Alex was showing me that a Gen 1 with some small mods makes a big difference. Because it was already done, you never paid attention. Everyone did all this vetting, and I thought to myself, this is a good idea to reintroduce the Gen 1 to a whole new crop of people. And bet me, some people are going, I like what he's doing. It's the cheapest Coyote to get into. It's a stock car with 70,000 miles. And Alex is showing me what this mod does, what it runs. These mods do, what it runs. And it is as if it is your only vehicle, a daily driver, and that's how you would mod it at home. As opposed to, let's shove twin turbos on it right away, a built motor, and see if we can run 7s. That's not going to teach anybody anything. Air conditioner fun for the deal. Thank you. I will be looking for an air conditioner for the garage because today I fixed the blower motor on the 01. I almost died. The whole tune before mod, mind-blowing. I'm literally speechless at the retardation. You're speechless. You should see the ticket system. I saw you filled up the 01 on Instagram. How are you liking it? So I ended up receiving the car with E61. I have an N-gauge, HP Tuner's N-gauge. I was able to find the E85 signal, meaning the ethanol percentage. So I have to change the name because E85% sounds stupid. It's ethanol percentage. And it had E61. Alec Bledsoe said, hey, this car's out of fuel system at about E55. Gotcha. So I have to keep it at either E40 or E50 at most. So I'll have to be mindful of that. So what did I do today? I got Sunoco 260 GT. Not pump gas, not 93 octane. Sunoco 260 GT. Because I want the fuel side of things to be high octane. Then I drove 2 miles down the road. I put 8 gallons of Sunoco 260 GT. And then I put in E85, 7 gallons, and it learned E45. So it ended up being exactly what I wanted it to be. So now I know if I can do 7 and 7, it might be E50, and I can stay in that wheelhouse to make sure I don't run out of fuel system. Have yet to go wide open throttle, but it does not grip in second. Second gear blazes the tire. I had those skid marks for sure. Exactly. Been watching Alex since Gen 2, and I was 14 years old. The GLT VMP day says Rosa Melano. And S197 looks badass too. The more I look at that Mustang, the more I realize why it's so popular. It looks retro. It looks like an old car, and people love it. And if you didn't watch this part of the video, this is probably going to be the most played part of the whole video right here, because it shows you exactly what it sounds like taking off. Ultimate header, inch and 7/8, X pipe, Cooks Catback. That was 7,800. I saw the data log. It was like 7,800 RPMs. And a lot of people said, how does that thing sound with a chop tune? Well, I did it. So I'm going to show you what it sounds like on the cam lobed idle tune. Let me go back. Here we go. So basically, if you are on my Instagram, I uploaded a quick little story of me flashing with the old trusty N-Gauge, and listen to the chop of the Cooks Catback on the 85. Hey, it's downloading. Da 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 da. I don't want dead air. Do you have a sound system in your house? Turn it up. Are you listening on your phone? Put the earbuds in. Put the earbuds in. Listen to this. Instant 7/8 ultimate header. Cooks Catback. Some freer flowing exhaust, let's just say. Okay, there you go. So it is chopping. It's not going to drive that good because it has a stock torque converter. But I mean, telling you, the thing is driving so good. I talked to a dude the other day who forged 3-valve Cali Special with a Whipple for an hour just because you never see them anymore. Were you able to adjust the tips down so they're not resting on the plastic openings in the bumper? Mine were touching and melted the plastic at one point. Had to move them down. I had not, but I will. I'm going to have to. Sounds great. Thank you so much. The Gen 1 is overlooked. Definitely has potential. Exactly. Corsa who? I don't like Corsas on these cars, guys. I'm not a fan of Corsas on these cars. Most watch parts because of your calves. My calves and my cooling. Guys, have you seen the cooling on this guy? Look at the cooling. So you guys talk this shit about, like, bro, come on, bro. Come on. Look at the culo on this motherfucker. Este culo está heavy duty. So, mira para allá. Shit, bro. 46-year-old beef right there. Your mom likes this. Your mom loves this shit. Your mom loves this culo. Mira para allá. Look at that. Come on, man. How many 46-year-old looking like that without taking any test? Oh, fuck, gotta love it. I'm just a little bigger in person. I'm not gonna fuck with him. Every single time. LS VVT doesn't seem to have the love Coyote VVT does. Is there something I'm missing? So number one, VVT, Coyotes don't have VVT. Number one. They have twin TIVCT, twin independent variable cam timing. It does not have variable valve timing. It has variable cam timing. VCT, not VVT. Let's get the nomenclature properly. Now, does Chevy have twin independent control of the cams? Yes or no? Do people ever complain about the Ghost Cam tune not working? Yes, and we say, se acabó el party. We don't adjust it. It's a free novelty tune. We do not adjust it. We don't even charge for it. It's fucking free. You're gonna trip about that bullshit? Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. So just, write out. It don't work. Move on with your life. If you buy a Lund tune only to get a cam lobed idle tune, you're a clown. You're a clown. Suspension mods next for Donnie? No. Converter, and then tire, and then weight reduction. The last thing I'm going to do is suspension. Actually, I'm not even going to do suspension until I put... Suspension's probably going to be last. You're going to get a blower on before it gets suspension. Is the Magnaflow muffler set for 700 worth it? I don't think so. With those tailpipes sticking out 3 feet, you can finally reach into the trunk. Nice. Damn, that deep sound sounds great. Hi, Alex. On your Z01, do you have 2-inch primaries or instant 7/8? 2-inch primaries on the ZR1 and Borla Catback, which I'm not a fan of. The cooling has a Diddy burning his lip. BBL Drizzy. No cross-dressing on those calves. No cross-dressing on those calves. Of course, that sounds like Alex after session with Diddy. I mean, some of you complained that the Diddy sound was not played. So I think YouTube is catching on and putting ad suitability warnings every time I play the Diddy clip. I have a 12 Mustang full bolt-on cams with PMAS, and my Ghost cam dies at idle. Would a stock cold air close top prevent that? Don't know. We're not going to chase it. That's with all the movement back there. What's with all the movement back there? What movement? Talk about? Oh, you mean the ass? You taught me so much things, Alex. English wasn't one of them, apparently. You remind me of a Ford version of Ghost Boy AKI, aka KG Garage. What's all the... Alex, I'm thinking of getting a twin turbo for my Mustang for roll racing, says Salman Mackey. Do you think it matters if I go with a lower mount or a top mount? Honestly, I don't think it matters for roll racing. Personally, I want a lower mount. On a personal level, I want everything low and forward. But that's drag racing stuff. If it's like a mid mount, like a sleeper kit, Aldo kit, in my opinion, is the best of those. And or a fat house, which is another badass kit. As long as they're mounted low, scavenging pump, the whole 9 yards. If you want to be able to reach everything, honestly, mid mount, just mid mount. You don't want to be melting shit in the engine bay. Like, the best thing about not having to do shit in the engine bay is like removing all of the AC stuff and like wrapping everything. So, but God, turbos under your ass is gonna be hot as fuck. Yeah, I don't know. Mid mount for me. Think of variable cam timing is phasing. You may understand things better. My Ghost cam sounds good. Did Jake ever hook up Donnie and see what the ABS light was about? No, not yet. I haven't had time. I haven't seen Jake for a while. The problem with seeing Jake is he's so busy. He has a thriving, crazy, successful business. And he has a family. And he's building a car in his garage. And he's got goats. And so he's got a lot of shit going on. Roll racing, winner gets your ass. Exactly. I'm always afraid of scavenging pump going out. So I've wondered about that roll racing situation, Husky. That was my pants size growing up. Like, if you went to Kmart, yeah, remember Kmart? If you went to Kmart, Caldors, you get Husky size pants, and that means you're basically a chubby kid. Ghost Boy AKI is a really cool guy, stands on what he says, really down to earth guy, super helpful. Ghost Boy AKI. Let's look him up. Ghost shit. Oh, come on. What the fuck? Don't tell me this thing's going to die. Yeah, fuck that. YouTube. Oh, no, the browser's about to die. Jesus Christ. Come on, don't die. Ghost Boy AKI. KG Garage. Got a good amount of subscribers. Almost the same as I do. Let me see. Who's this guy?
At 15.5 a gay. Jocan Lewis, Frank.
Good.
Stupid ass Frank should have listened to Tony, man.
All right, he seemed like a guy that, like me, works out of some small garage somewhere. Works on his own shit. Good. I mean, I'll have to look into him, but he seems to be, a one-man show. And that's what you have to realize on YouTube. The moment you try to grow a little too much is when it becomes work. And I think keeping it I could grow this channel if I had a bunch of people on, pay people to come on, pay people to edit. No, I don't want it to become a business like that. I want it to stay my hobby. And if it pays enough to fuck with the cars perpetually until I die, I'm good. I don't need this to become a business. Look at what's happening with Hoonigan. Look at what's happening with Donut Media. Look what's happening with all these places that are just shutting down. They became super corporatized, and all of a sudden they're not putting out any content anymore. I bought a Trinity blower and a Cobra Jet throttle body for my own IGT500. Do y'all still tune the older stuff? Only with a ZT2 package. Jared says, have a great night. Have to get to work. Catch replay later. Thank you so much. Ashley Wright says, install VVT on my LS, yay or nay? Okay, number one, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You keep saying VVT. I think he's being funny. Do you check out the new Eminem album? Fuck no. You think, look, Eminem raps for white people. No offense. Eminem is not in the club. Eminem is not in the hood. Eminem is not being pumped in any hood capacity. Eminem raps for white collar or blue collar white people. That's it. He don't rap for like the hood. And when I listen to rap, I want to listen to ratchet hood shit. I don't care about double entendres. I don't care about the way he raps, the way he brings it together. I don't care. The moment I hear his voice, I shut off the radio. I move on to the next station. I don't care. I don't think he's bad. I just don't care. That's the best way I could put it. Options on really stupid. Really, you're gonna come in here with that stupid shit? That's how you're going to come in here? Do you not know? Hey, Lavanava, do you know who the fuck I work for? And you come here with this stupid shit? The fuck is wrong with you? The fuck is wrong with you? New to Coyote's Gen 1 MT82 car was wondering which supercharger kit would put the least amount of strain on the stock bottom end. PD or Sentry? A Sentry. A Sentry. The worst thing you could do to any motor is load it highly with low RPM. High load, low RPM will kill it. It will kick a rod out, no problem. So if you were to talk about longevity, a centrifugal supercharger doesn't really come into play until after 5,000 RPMs. You already have motor speed. The rods are moving at a good pace. Generally, you'll have less of a chance of hurting things at low boost with a centrifugal. A PD blower, positive displacement, is going to make more torque down low because it's just the rotor design and the way the air pump it handles the pumping of the air at low RPMs. It's going to put more strain at the bottom end. So, but again, at 10 PSI, I don't think you're going to hurt either of them. It's at higher boost levels, so that becomes a problem. Alex, he's on YouTube, KG Garage. He's a Honda guy. He works out of the Bronx in New York City. Good. Awesome. I mean, anyone that does it by themselves and has at least 70,000 subscribers, shout out to you. You're doing good. What's fast as your black S197 went in the 8th and quarter NA. 11.5 in the quarter. I don't do 8th racing. Alex Gunner with the Magic Clutch. Does anything need to be adjusted in the tune besides a crank relearn? Do I just install and go? Install and go. Why would you need Why would you need an adjustment for a clutch unless you have like a lightweight flywheel? And then we might have to make changes for the potential of it stalling easier because of the engine inertia. Generally, if my car has a forged line bead locks in the rear and a stock GT500 carb wheels in the front, is that considered rears only? Of course, long stroke. You have drag wheels in the rear, and you have stock style front wheels. Don't give a fuck if they're carbon. You got rears only in this shit. What, Alex? You ain't white? We don't want Eminem anymore either. Guy's washed up anti-Trump guy. Washed up anti-Trump guy. Why the fuck would I listen to that guy? Gun is better than Eminem. Was hoping you'd see that. Yes, sir. Peasant Time. Joe, what the fuck? Sent AC unit for the garage in Patreon. So a lot of people are trying to look out for me because they know how tough it is to work out of a very hot garage. And they feel for me. But I'm like, look, I'm kind of used to it. But I think, you guys look out for the kid. And you're like, hey, I don't want you to go out there and die, killing yourself in the garage. And I'm like, but what do you want me to do? Like, I'm not going to go out there and start poking holes in the garage because I need an AC unit in. But check this out. A lot of people were like, you got to get this AC unit, especially this guy. I researched Home Depot had to offer over the last week and was sending Alex some options. I came up with this Frigidaire Honeywell they offer. So he wants you to buy this. He wants you to buy a 14,000 BTU portable air conditioner, run a hose out the back like this. Oh, that's actually pretty good. If I could do that in the garage, but I don't want to have to boy, I'd have to put like a sheet down and put the door halfway up or, this much at the bottom. So 110, 14,000 BTU, $503. I mean, dude, I'll buy it Monday. What do I got going on tomorrow? Oh no, I got something going on tomorrow. I'll buy it Wednesday. Put it on because then I can have Tony there. I can work on the car with the garage door down, just do my thing. The Fairmont needs a bunch of work, so I can get in there and fuck around with the door down. The problem with having the door up, people come by and they say hi and they want to talk. If I could just have Tony chilling there on his bed, playing some music. Oh, I could play music loud. Well, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get like a little sound system, just fucking blast Eminem, and get this portable unit you were talking about, and then these two. So this is $503. And this one is the Honeywell version, 10,000 BTU for $459. Honestly, I'd buy the bigger capacity one because it's going to work less hard for only 50 more bucks, right? Actually, yeah, not even 50 more bucks. So yeah, it'll probably be this one, the Frigidaire 14,000 BTU version. So I appreciate you guys looking out and everything. So I'll just buy it. I got the money, so I'll just fucking buy it and then make that a little video. Why not? Single hose or 2-hose unit? It says single hose. Cheap window unit with a pallet of wood. Call it a day. My buddy has one of those for his garage. Works great, says Jimmy Jams. I work for Honeywell, says Jamie Easton. The dude, I have the exact one for my shed behind the house. It works amazing. Tom McDonald's better. Tom McDonald's retarded too. Theo, don't stoke out on us, porfa. Stroke? Alex, AK, I used to have Trappy work with him. Trap works on Kimbo, the Shop GTR. Something happened between them. I'm sorry. I love you. I don't care. Got my dad UPR VTA dual inlet catch can for his setup Gen 2 Stage 1 TVS GT. When he goes tune, should he go with 82mm or 80mm? Keep stock intake. Want it to live long reliably. Street daily 82mm if you want it to live long reliably. Boost, best force induction platform for daily driving reliability. Asking for a Gen 3 with an MT82. So you want daily driving and reliable. What do the OEMs go with? That's the way I look at it. V8 OEMs go supercharged. Most, if not all. Look at Roush. Whipple is now offering it as a FP package, Ford Performance package, on their trucks and Mustangs. So, in my opinion, the best reliable, bang for the buck, powerful, fun, dailyable, usable power is a positive displacement supercharger. Whether it be a Whipple, I'd rather you don't get a Whipple. I'd rather you get a E-Force 2650, an Odin, a Roush blower. But if you got a Gen 3, it's going to be probably an Odin or an E-Force. If you want a Whipple for whatever reason, you can go ahead and get that too. Having the garage shut and cooled inside will be nice. I will pitch in. I appreciate that. You guys already pitch in. Whipple Raceport, not worth it on the street versus standard. Full bolt-on car. Nope, not worth it. In my opinion, the Raceport only matters if you're going to zing your car to 9,000 RPMs. We have a race-ported Whipple on the Black Bean, and it didn't wow me because what you have to do to have it make power is rev it really, really high. But again, the Black Bean is a race car. So shifting at 8,500, 8,900, 9,000 ain't no big thing. But you don't need it. You don't need a race port, in my opinion. Honeywell for the win. Just came in. What's going on? Alejandro says D. Mona. Opinion on new LT motors. They seem more efficient than the LS predecessor. Hey, Ashley, this is not the channel for you. You might want to go somewhere else. I don't give a fuck about LT stuff. I don't give a fuck about LS stuff. This isn't an LTLS channel. I don't care. Do I want a Corvette? I want a Corvette E-ray because it's all-wheel drive, hybrid, and supercharged. Do I go in and going, well, I want it because it's a more efficient motor than the LS. Meanwhile, the 01 LS9 can make 1,000 on 9-to-5 compression with 20-something PSI. So do you want to get off on efficiency, or do you just want a fucking V8? Like who cares? And at what point do you care about efficiency if what are your goals? Are your goals to race? Efficiency goes out the window. We're just racing. What makes the most power for least money? Probably an LS. This channel might not be for you. What's up, Theo? Finally back home, says David. Went to Vegas for vacation. Nice little reset. I need it. I can't imagine ITs in Vegas. The heat was horrendous. I need a vacation. Everyone else took a vacation. Dakota, Brandon, Nardi twice, Devin, and Junior have all taken vacations. I'm the only one that is not taking a vacation because I don't know how to just not work. So if I do take a vacation, I have to work on my shit. I don't understand this like doing nothing. I just don't understand it. I was watching the show the other night and the BMR was brought up and still new to the platform. Was curious why BMR was put down. Do me a favor. Go back in time. Go back in time. Like, go back in time and check out every fucking show why I think BMR is absolute fucking trash of a company. What's up with this, with dude's hairline? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Ashley, or what the fuck's his name? Ashley. It's one of those names. Have I been living under a rock, or has the Blue Goose been gone for a long time now? Mods getting done or something else? Very slow 99. You know how you're thinking of somebody, and all of a sudden they just show up or they text you or whatever. The Blue Goose is undergoing a transformation. That's all I can say. I don't want to ruin the surprise for anybody, but the Blue Goose is undergoing a transformation. Could be NA, could be other. Who knows? I think EPA is talking about the hairline comment. Alex, you hinted that Lund was doing something with the shop car. Can you announce it or still secret? I don't think. Let me hit up Junior. Let me hit up Junior. Let me do it live. Let me do it live. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh my god. Why do I have the sound on? Okay. Can we talk about the Blue Goose at all or no? Question mark. Okay, there. Go from there. Everyone knows who Lund Calibrator is this week. Exactly. Last time I took a vacation, I spent the entire 2 weeks working on my Coyote swap. Does the Whipple Raceport make power easier, less? I don't know how slow I have to say this. Don't even think about the Raceport until you want to fucking rev to 9,000 RPMs and make over 1,000 horsepower. This 10 PSI shit, stop it. Stop. Don't even think about porting unless you have maxed out your current blower. Stop thinking about porting. In your opinion, who's Mount Rushmore of automotive pioneers? John, I don't care. I just give a fuck about that. Taking a work vacation, more content. Hi, Alex. Been a while since I've caught a show. I just wondering, have the two Justins paid Matt Coates $340,000 that they owe him yet? You know what? That's something that it eventually is going to have to come out. Eventually, that's going to have to come out because I'm a little pissed off at the fact that Matt Coates' name was drugged all over the ground by people that literally fucked him over on a deal. And you know why I feel salty about that? Because I introduced them. I thought I was going to bring Matt Coates his ideas, his technology, his hard work to the United States, only to have been fucked. And then after he was fucked, they drug his name through the ground over personal shit he was doing, which, by the way, he was vindicated over, but it took 2 years to be vindicated. And one of the better things he did was stay quiet. He didn't fight anything. Because when you get accused of something, the truth will set you free. And after 2 years, he has been exonerated. He has been 100% cleared. No wrongdoing. Actually was 100% fabricated stuff. Now, those two Justins are going to have to, it ain't going away. I'm going to make sure it don't go away. EPA, you're beautiful. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Transformation, Godzilla swap. Alex, the hose you're putting outside is to draw fresh air into the unit. They condensate a lot, but no issue running it with a garage closed. Oh, then I'd rather run it with the garage closed. Wait a minute. It's to suck in air? I thought it was to suck in air. That's to suck in air? I thought it'd be the other way around. Mike H says, Alex, tune my car and sign my shaft. Can I get a 4XL shirt? June Finna be like, nah, we're making Black Bean NA right now. I haven't taken a vacation in 2 years now. I got to take one, but I like money too much. I like my peace at this point. The money's okay, but I need time. I need to just self-care. AC Garage Fun, thank you so much. Thanks for the knowledge. Thank you, 101 RTR. Raceport is like headers in terms of cost per benefit. Most would be fine stock casting, stock manifolds. Just stop thinking about porting at all. Lucas is going to be a tube chassis Pro Mod situation. No way. We're never going to do Pro Mod stuff because Pro Mod stuff requires a big, massive motor. I'm blown away that people are still trying to go really fast with a Coyote in a Pro Mod situation. Truth be told, a Pro Mod to me is what runs in PDRA, not a car that looks like a Pro Mod. It has to fit Pro Mod rules. When you look at a car that's tube chassis and you go, that's a Pro Mod. Is it really though? Pro Mod is a specific, it's like saying funny car. It's like saying top fuel. You don't say top fuel funny car, top fuel dragster on a car that sort of looks it. No, it has to fit a certain criteria. So if you're going to consider Pro Mod racing, you got to talk to the Pro Mod motor builders. Proline, not Steve Morris apparently, Proline, Noonan, all those people. David says, Gen 2 MTD2 car jerks in first gear and sometimes struggles to get it in reverse. That's your fault. User error because it's a manual car. Got a roller, Gen 1, looking to do a 3-2-1 build. What cams do you recommend? Not doing an A build, something to run low 11s. So, stock cams. Wait, comp cam stage 3s. If you're going to put any cam on a Gen 1, it's going to be comp cam stage 3s, period. If you're going to do cams on a Gen 2, comp cam, I think NAs also. Boosted or NA. We phase them differently. And on a Gen 3, 433, 430 stage 2s. Cold Archery says, Alex, should I sleep with my ex again? Absolutely. If your ex is giving you free puss, take it. Take it. What the fuck? As long as you don't fall in love with that shit, who cares? ProCharger literally copied MFP's work and went from snapping cranks to inventions. The dual hose uses second hose to draw in fresh air. Alex, I want to kind of show my 98. What should I do? What gen should I go with? Gen 2. Gen 2, Gen 2, Gen 2, and a Gen 2 control pack. Alex is about to go on a 2-week kayaking trip. No way. We can't talk about anything you want as long as it's not retarded. Yeah, like if it's retarded, I don't have to sit here and like make sense of it. I would love company though. You know how to touch me and I like that. Okay. You're trying a little too hard. Maybe you have a little too much free time. Get a second job. S150 Jalen says the hose blows out hot air. Side sucks in the air. Front blows out cold. The hose blows, right. So yeah, that makes no sense to me when it says it draws in air. I thought the hose blows out hot air. Here we go. The dual hose draws in air from the outside and throws it back out. Downside is more no, I want to say I don't want to say it. But the single. I don't want to say the word because it can get chopped up. Getting late here, leaving a like and a watch later. Thank you so much. My guess is the powertrain of the Blue Goose is going in the black beam. Interesting guess. I got a ProCharge 19 manual with FIC 1200Cs and some new plugs, but tuners can't dial it in. Am I missing something? Maybe a bat. Are you Lund tuned? Yes or no? Are you Lund tuned? Yes or no? The reason I say that is because you say tuners, but FIC 1200s, I haven't seen issues with. And if it's a ProCharger with the MAF in the tube, ProChargers with the MAF in the intercooler are fucking AIDS. And they should never be bought. They should never be used. They're shit. That's what I wanted to avoid saying. I didn't want to say it. So are you Lund tuned? Because Lund has never had an issue with that combo. You're going to need a bigger AC than that one won't cut it. I do AC in South Florida here. You're going to need at least 24,000 BTU. On a small garage? You don't understand, dude. There was a 14,000 BTU air conditioner here while my AC was being fixed. It cooled the whole house. Apartment. I know it's only one bedroom and a kitchenette in the closet. And a bathroom next to my bed. Like there's a toilet next to my bed, a sink above my bureau, and a hot plate by my closet. Oh, fuck. Did you get to ride in the Cobra yet? No, the guy never hit me up. And I don't think he's ever going to hit me up. This channel gives out so much free info that I can catch myself calling out bullshit now. Bro made a job reference, the lore. Dropping in like in a hot rod trip. So anyone copied a set of Gen 3 cams for lift duration to put in a Gen 1 and a Gen 2? I don't think so. Hater Power says, yep, single. The only downside of a single hose is since it draws air from the inside, it can actually create a vacuum if the space starts pulling hot air back. No. The door's going to be cracked a little bit. There is, and the garage door has vents. I don't have a perfect vacuum in that garage. Jamie Easton says, shit, I'm guessing FFRE engine will be installed in the Blue Goose with a bigger turbo setup. We're not going to have anybody build our engines except Joe Irwin at FFRE. Like, once you get treated like that and the engine performs like it does, why go anywhere else? We have tried every other builder. I repeat, guys, Lund Racing has tried every other engine builder. Nobody has treated us better than FFRE. I saw your video last month about your Gen 3 catch can. I installed one. After a month of using it, like a quarter of the can was filled. Thank you. S550 Jalen. You know what's interesting? Imagine you're on the Facebook forums and you hear Alex is full of shit. Alex doesn't know anything. Lund sucks. Fuck Lund. They suck. Blah, 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 blah. Then I say, hey, install a Gen 3 catch can, install a catch can in your vehicle just to make sure you're getting rid of any kind of crankcase ventilation or oil that can make its way up through the cam cover. And all of a sudden you pull it and you go, look, there's oil in it. That can't be good for the combustion. And you show people on the internet, look, I captured oil before it went into the intake tract. Isn't that a good thing? Alex told me to do it. Oh, he fucking sucks. He's a shill. Again, this channel is here just to help. And I've done everything. I've blown up motors. I've blown up transmissions. I've literally owned almost every platform that I talk about. Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, manual, auto. The only platform I don't have or have not had was the 10R80. S650 I'm not going to buy. After the couch touches the wall. If the garage isn't insulated, same as your unit, might need more BTUs. Okay, so what do I need? A 25,000 BTU 220 version? Here we go. I would guess the Blue Goose is going to have a Turbo 400 and go all in on that setup. The Gray Goose will stay 6R80. You're not wrong there. I think the Gray Goose is going to stay 6R80 because why change it? Alex going to be doing his videos in a beanie. Yo, Alex, what's the worst material to do tubing with? No idea. You think I know about that stuff? You think I know about tubing? No. Let fabricators, like engine building, H-beam or I-beam, talk to your engine builder. What compression? Talk to your engine builder. The Grey Goose has 10-to-5 compression. My GT500 motor had 12-to-1 and it lasted 200 miles. Alex has a public bathroom shower in his complex. Ralph says, I'm not in Lund Tune yet. I already emailed you guys, but they said the guys don't support the 1200cc, and I'm with someone else. I bought the before I started watching, now my car's dead. Real simple. Change your injector. If you want the best tuning, and we tell you, I didn't think we have issue with the 1200, unless it's an old 1200. But the issue is probably the injector. So if Lund Racing is telling you we don't support that injector, and everybody else has had issues with the setup, change the injector. My 14,000 BTU cools my 800 square foot garage. Exactly. I went to Chicago NASCAR last weekend. Call me gay, but I didn't think I liked it. I don't like NASCAR. I don't like NASCAR in person. It's boring as shit. Can you rank the top 10 engine builders based on your experience? No. Keith treats you the same way. I don't know about good, but definitely raw. Exactly. Alex, you gonna put the Black Beans Whipple section hate or Donnie? So I don't know. The Black Beans Whipple is available. The 3-liter, not the 3.8. And honestly, I want to do TVS Roush stuff. I don't want to give Whipple any promotion. Not one motherfucking nothing. I don't want to give them shit. Because I don't want them to use this is what they'll do. Guys, I know how people like that would act. If, let's say, I installed a 3-liter on Donnie and ran 9.0, it would be all over their shit. S197 runs 8, Whipple power. They put it on their promotion. They put it on their shit. Nope. I'm doing it in spite of you guys. Yes, that's right. I'm doing it I'm going to avoid all Whipple. Now, my 4.5 Whipple that's in the GT500, I'm going to run the number. And I'm not going to tell you what blower's in it. I'm just going to run the number. Could be the 2650, could be the Whipple, could be whatever. It's always Alex doesn't know shit, followed by parroting what Alex says. Don't you guys think that's funny? Have you started to hear these podcasts? I have been doing this for 5 years. And before this, 2 years at VMP, we did a live stream. Carrie, Joe, and I on Wednesday, Tuning Tuesday. So we were saying this stuff a long time ago. Then I started this, and I've been doing it for 5 years. And all these motherfuckers, Alex doesn't know shit, Alex doesn't know shit. They go on a podcast, literally word for word, and even some of the nomenclature I use, King Daddy and this and that, literally use my words to describe cars, Coyote, and all this stuff. Like, just give me my fucking flowers. Top 10 engine builders, that's a whole nother show. Alex can't even name 10 engine builders he trusts. Right. I like Joe. Joe seems to be... I haven't had a motor built by Joe. Y'all acting like Alex's garage has more than a 30-amp breaker. I wonder if it's a fuel injection connection, not fuel injection clinic. You're right, Aaron. You're right. Is it an FIC fuel injector clinic? Or is it an FIC fuel injector connection? Does the AC unit have a line for the excess moisture to drain? Or else water will be all over the floor? I don't mind running a line outside. Hey man, sorry about the LS questions from Love from Australia. Yeah, that we don't give a fuck about LS shit here, bro. Fuck LSs. Your hairline is fucking weird. Do all Australians have a fishbowl for? I mean, I love you. Thank you for being. If we roast you, we like you. Okay, Ashley. So this isn't an LS channel. I don't claim to know LS stuff. I own a ZR1. That does not mean I'm an LS expert. I'm not the guy for LS stuff or LT stuff, unfortunately. If FFRE doesn't do 5458, who does? I don't know. But if I'm going to get a 5458 done, it's going to be FFRE. I'm not going to fuck with anybody else. Dork Horse has a good one, Alex. Okay, the 45 Whipple, you got though. You're right, but that doesn't mean I have to promote it. Right, yes. I already ordered the injectors and the BAB recommended by Lund. Once I get the power back in the car, I'll place my order specifically, especially with the LRX. Hey, Rel4X, thank you so much. You ordered the injectors Lund asked you to get, the BAP they asked you to get, and you're going to get the device. You're investing $1,500 to $2,000 in the whole situation. Shout out to you. Engine builders blame Valve Lash on the motor they built with a DeWalt drill. You're not kidding. The bowl cut. Love you, Alex. No Diddy. Keep up the amazing work. I'll catch you soon. Does Joe built for the common folk? I think Joe Irwin has struck a chord with the Coyote. He builds the Gen 3 Stage 3. The Predator Stage 4, whatever, like all max effort, same thing Brett and Senior have, and others. Until that starts to die down, I don't think they'll offer, they do 2JZ stuff. They do homie 454, big block, grudge stuff. They do a whole bunch of stuff. But their bread and butter, excuse me, is the Coyote. Because the 5.4 isn't as good, or the 5.8 is just not as good as the Coyote. But there is something to be said about a 5.4 in a GT500. It just belongs in it. Temporarily, I'm going to put my Coyote low compression deal in the GT500. I got the motor for cheap money. So we'll see if we can go 8 to knit. If I can't, by the time the Trinity comes back, hopefully it's built, 12 to 1 compression, put a TVS on it, make 1100, go out there and run an 8 and live a happy life, and we'll see if I can sell it. Looking like an Australian Mustang lifestyle, bowl cut, husky looking ass. Poor guy. LS is old news. No, the units I sent them have reservoirs that can be dumped. They also have a port that you can put a hose in if need be. So again, portable and easy to deal with. That's the key. FU Alex and 4 Innovation is the shit. FU Alex and 4 Innovation is the shit. Absolutely. Almost looking like a fryer truck. Ashley, right? Ask LMP if you have any LS LT questions. Correct. Alec Bledsoe was racing all weekend. PDRA, nitrous, big block stuff. So he wasn't available, but he's going to be back in the shop. So if you have any LS LT questions or anything like that, those are the guys to ask. Boy, got that Vegemite hairdo. Bro, you know Vegemite? His 4.5 has a Wilson manifold, so it's kind of like not promoting normal Whipple. Correct. Gonna get roasted around here. Exactly. Literally 2 TVSs instead of a Whipple because all of this new bullshit plus your influence. Literally got 2 TVSs instead of a Whipple because of all this new bullshit plus your influence. People need to realize if you slight me, you're pissing off fans that buy products and companies that support me. So if, let's say, a company gets off the res, they don't talk shit directly, though. They talk shit indirectly, obviously, third person. But nobody really confronts me that way because they know I'm not wrong about this stuff. I have a lot of data and time and experience with all this stuff. So it's difficult to say Alex doesn't know what he's talking about, but then you have to like give me reasons why you don't think I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Alex, the guy that made your intro compilation should do a video of people copying your word for word, bar for bar on podcasts. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. That would have been nice if the Trinity came with VCT. Alex, how much power will the FIC 1440? Look, FIC 1440s are 1650s. This is what I know. 1440s are 1650s. We don't necessarily support that injector anymore because of its idle characteristics and just tuning quality. I'd rather you get a 1650, like labeled 1650. And their new, I think 1100 or their new 1000, or ID 1050X, ID 1300s, ID 1700s, ID 2000s, ID 2600s. Vegemite sandwich from Land Down Under. Jamie Easton, thank you very much for the money. Don't mess with the Amory. I'm in on that AJ2. Catch you boys later. Jimmy James, thank you. Hopefully you're still with the blonde. She's a good looking girl. Ahem. Steeda, ahem. No, Steeda's cool. I don't have any issue with Steeda. I think that they play the social media game. They don't play it well. They need a little help there. They say, oh, I can't believe people are saying this is a dud. Then go out there and run, 11-9. The like ratio intro isn't too awful today because I put Trump got shot or whatever. I like the fact that you guys just didn't want to hear politics. I appreciate you guys keeping it car related because sometimes the politics shit gets super, super old and there are plenty of pundits out there that talk all that stuff. Hater Power says, it's like what you said, Alex. You'll want to hang a heavy blanket from the bottom of the garage door. That way you can turn it onto the remote head a time, and when you open the door to go in, don't lose your cool air. Gotcha. Also, vote for putting a dryer port in the door very discreetly in the bottom corner so the door can be closed while it runs. A dryer port? Oh, I got you. A dryer port. So it pushes on the out. I don't want to make holes in the garage and get in trouble because I like those garages. I'd like to stay. I'm a rule follower. I like to stay within the rules. 10-4, see the 1700s in the future, says Maniac. What power can my 1050Xs take to? About 15 PSI? Close-ish. I've seen 1050Xs make 1,000 real horsepower pretty easily on Gen 3s. Is it worth going MTD2 with the Gen 2 swap or keep the T45 safe? I don't really beat on my T45 now, so I don't know. It would hold up to the power of the Coyote. I would definitely use a TKO 500 at least. T45 might be okay, but if you start getting after it, it might be a problem. John said, do not talk about it. John said, on what's happened with the Blue Goose, don't talk about it. It's not a big deal, but he just wanted me to talk about it. Gun guys starting to talk about guns and FRTs. Exactly. Wouldn't be a dud if it was tunable. Rich, exactly. It performs worse than the previous generation. I've seen so many drag races. Stock Gen 3 10R80 versus stock Gen 4 10R80, aka S550 and a half, aka S650. And the Gen 3 is there. Like there. Beating it by a quarter panel, a fender. And I'm like, what'd you do? What'd you put a Whipple on it? Okay, then once you put a Whipple on a Gen 3, then what? You can put a 1000cc injector, fuel system. You can really get after it with a Gen 3. If the S650 becomes tunable, the dud name goes away. I think Steeda may be on the Whipple side of things slightly, but not fully. What suspension brand do you recommend for a Gen 1? I would like to look at Team Z. I might give away the Team Z cross member for Fox Body. Does anyone need a Team Z Turbo 400 cross member? I think the one I got was no good. It just didn't fit right. Y'all getting too hardcore with this AC stuff. Yeah, they went in on the AC stuff. Bit of a different question. Which would you buy to do a Coyote swap? 3-valve? No. S197 already comes with a Coyote swap. Or a 2-valve? None of them. None of them. 3-valve S197, 05 to 10. 05 to 10. Or a 2-valve. None of them. It's a heavy platform. Why would you start with a heavy platform? What's the goal? What are you looking to do? Most people talking shit are the portable AC units have a tray for condensation and it tells you to drain it when you don't want to run actual hose. Correct. I have, see right there? Hold on. Let me close this. Chat. Right there. Look over here. Right next to my, because I roll my back out all the time. I do the work because I work out, so I have to roll my back out and my legs and my hips. Right there. That's a dehumidifier. That dehumidifier set to 50% fills up the bottom tray in 2 days. So when it gets muggy in here, you want to prevent mold and stuff like that because it is Florida. I run that dehumidifier. The bottom tray comes out and it beeps when it's full. So if I install an air conditioning unit in the house, in the garage, and it's like that where it has a big tray on the bottom and all I got to do is dump it once a day, no problem. All those funky ass Honda Accord headlights, T45 is fine with an upgraded 26 spline upgrade. Mine is living at 6,600 just fine with that upgrade. There you go. So 26 spline upgrade says slow to 99. The T45 is fine. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. It's 9:29. Thank you very much for hanging in there with me today. We talked about Trump getting shot. The Z06 being the quicker car in the Throttle House track over a GT3 RS. The all-wheel drive supercharged E-ray is sexy. It sounds good. I'd love to drive one. It's going to be out soon. It seems like people are tuning it. And the fact that the Corvette is going to offer a base, a Stingray, a Z06, and an E-ray, and a Z01 in 2024 is ridiculous, and it's tunable. And that's what I think, for now, that's the hot shit. And if you have a business based on modern hot rodding, you have to get into the C8 stuff, regardless of that everyone else is doing it. You got to do it too. You don't want it. You want to serve your customers. And if you negate your business fucking with C8s, you're just letting so much money. Just hang out there. And you want to get as much money as out there, because who knows how long we have. Bobby Trump, if he makes it to the election, will get elected over 60% guaranteed. There is no way he cannot, unless bullshit happens. Sorry. If he does not win this election after getting shot in the fucking ear, shenanigans, non-stop, crazy stuff. All right, I'm out of here before I sneeze. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Talking to Tuesday. We'll see what Roush has to announce when it comes to the 2650 dual inlet 24 blower. They will announce it, so hopefully we can cover that on Tuesday. Have a good rest of your night. I will see you guys on Talking Shit Tuesday. See you later. Bye.